So it's super hot in summer here in Alabama, and we've got, so this boat is an Endeavour 43, and she has 3 AC units. And the forward one is original, Dometic, it's 40 years old, and the aft is about 20 years old, and same with the mid AC unit. And so the Freon is leaking in the forward one, and basically the cost of fixing it or finding the leak is basically comparable to just buying a new AC unit. So we decided to buy an 11,000 BTU MarinAire unit to replace the aft AC that's having even worse issues. Like something on the board just totally sparked. It's done, like not gonna replace that, see how that one goes, see if we kind of got the, you know, like right air amount going out. We didn't want to get the 16,000 because the guy on the phone with MarinAire said that's going to be too much for the size unit that we're replacing. And so we're going to replace the one in the aft, and then we're going to replace the one in the forward, and then most likely replace the middle one. But the price isn't terrible, and they're a smaller unit, and they blow a whole lot more air. They're better than, you know, the older ones for sure.
Where do you want to do like an introduction? Hey everybody, I'm Seth. Welcome aboard Sailing Vessel Rhiannon. Today we are going to be swapping out our MarinAire system air conditioner for the aft stateroom, and we're going to be installing a new 11,000 BTU MarinAire system, and just want to walk you through that today. Here's our old unit in here. It's 2004, so it definitely had a long life here, but it's finally just started, as soon as we turn it on, the whole thing starts freezing up, and so we just got to flow here. But it's an old R22 system as well, so we're just, you know, bit the bullet and decided let's just replace the whole thing. All your electrical and stuff that comes from the boat is all in this box. You take this off and it'll slide up. As I pull a wire off, I'm just making a label on which one goes where. Don't know whether that's going to help or hurt me, but we'll see what the new one is when we unbox it. I'm going to continue and doing that with all the wires, and then I'll fish them out through here. We can get that. There's about 4 mounting bolts into the floor. I've started removing a few, and they're not very big. I may see about trying to go back to something a little bigger, but then I've got the ductwork over here to the right unconnected. So once I get the wires out of the way, the water hose is off, a few more of the bolts for the floor. This whole thing, in theory, looks like it's just going to lift right out, and then we'll kind of clean it up, and then when we start unboxing the new one, I'll come back and we'll show the install on that. So what we've done is basically all the bolts are out, but as you try to get it up, I think it's been in here so long it's taken the floor up with it. So we'll peel that off, and
oh, the poor floor.
We'll get it out, but and then we'll just place the floor back in there.
Oh no.
Oh, that's nasty.
That just sounds horrible. Oh goodness. Unfortunately, a lot of the wood floor, the parquet wood, came up, but I saved it for a future project, and we decided just to take a lot of it out and set the air conditioning unit flat on the original floor instead of putting the little parquet pieces back down. But it was just nice getting that unit off the boat because I realized how much of an odor it actually carried and circulated through the boat from 20 years of use.
This is the 11,000 BTU unit. Unbox it. I can already tell you it's a lot lighter than the old one. But so it is nice, good packaging with the styrofoam all around. So we've got said junction box that has already wired, that I unwired downstairs earlier. So I'll just be running the power and ground stuff basically through here, and
we'll mount this box on the side of the wall in there. But other than that, I think there's like the controller and stuff in this box. And this unit, it does come with the remote control. Comes with nice little mounts with the rubber foot for vibrations, things like that. This is the control unit and the bezel, chrome. And if you go to MarinAire's website, you can get teak, black, white, a lot of different colors to match a little better.
We eventually decided to mount the unit actually at a little bit of an angle, just so when the water accumulates in the condensation pan, it easily flows down the tube into the bilge, which now goes into the sump box, instead of overflowing over time or just sitting there with just gross water over time when your air conditioning units are running, just to make it easier for that pan to drain. One issue that our previous air conditioning unit had was that they would overheat, and we have a hard time with marine life getting grown and clogging our lines. So that's one thing that we are in the habit of, is cleaning out our sea strainers constantly and also cleaning out the lines.
What I want to do is shorten these hoses up here, babe.
Where? Which ones?
So this is, and that one's going to go down here. So these need to be cut off here.
Why are they so long?
Because our last time these were down. These were all here. Yes.
Okay, hold on. You have to cut it longer, like push it out all the way, and cut it like a knife saw. Yeah. Air conditioning somewhere. Don't bother it. Oh, hi, Kiki. Oh, okay. Okay, hey Seth, your dad wants to say hi to you, but he can't get on the boat.
Okay.
Okay, he's coming. The unit fits really well in the space. So the drain is larger than our other drain. Like the drain barb goes into a hose that's too small. So I'm gonna search for a hose barb that will work with a larger hose. So I just replaced the drain hose because it was like, I guess, you know, when these older boats were built, it was like, they drained everything into the bilge, and it drives me crazy. So I drained everything into the sump box. And so we just had to extend this hose and on to the next step.
We did find out the little DSL cord, though it did match. There's a few different colors in here. And the sticker on the back of the new controller said, stop, use the new cord that came with the unit. So it was pretty easy. Ours just ran from here to just along the bump and straight up to the display. And we just used the old one and pulled it through. And now I'm just putting it through the conduit here. And I'm gonna put all the wires in the new box and get close. Could you get the user manual? And we're gonna have to see the L1, L2, which one's this. I mean, it says PL, I'm assuming that means the pump L1, pump L2 and all that, but we need to make sure. I do have a black, but like, I can't go by that. Power supply to pump. Okay, so what I've got is pump L1, L2 is my problem. I don't understand, so it's white or black. So I'm just gonna guess. This is pump L2, this is pump L1, and this is black. So that's gonna go to PL. White is pump L2, okay.
Are you able to get it on?
I thought it was. For now.
Okay. Do you want me to turn on the breaker? Yeah? Are you sure?
Maybe. Yeah.
We gotta open the seacock too.
Go open the seat.
Oh. Oh, you you hear the pump come on?
It's coming out.
Oh, yay! Feel it. It's blowing out cold.
It's coming out this hole right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so quiet. It's super quiet. The other one was just rattling and I had to duct tape it to keep it from rattling. And Piper, can you hear it? Do you even hear the air conditioning?
Still haven't mounted this, but the way this worked out, we're just gonna get my wife's idea. We're just gonna piece of board and 5200 to the hole, and then I'm gonna mount the junction box and all that. I just wanted to make sure it's in a good place that we can access it pretty easy. The rest of it I can't really access because the old unit had it just mounted on the front of it. This one's separated, so, but yeah, it's been running for about 10-15 minutes now, and we've already seen it drop 3 or 4 degrees in here. It's been 88 in here working the whole time. Our high end right now is about 400. The low pressure is sitting at like 150, so it's definitely doing its job very efficiently. So pretty happy with it now. Over here here's our mount where we have our displayer. So there's our controller there. Pretty self-explanatory. It's even got a humidity readout and things like that. I can tell you it's not 55% humidity in here. It's more like 95, but I don't know, we'll keep going with it. But got good cold air and it's already cooling down the boat. So got any questions in the comments, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Now we got 2 more to do.